Okay, so hey everybody, I wanted to just get on here real quick and make a quick video just talking about some stuff that happened this week. And yes, I am in my car because that's honestly the quietest place right now. Sorry, just because my whole family's home and with 4 kids and a dog, we will get interrupted. So I just figured I would come outside to my car and just where I can get some quiet and do this real quick. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about just kind of some stuff that happened this week and in regards to multiple sclerosis. First off, I want to start this off by saying that I am a big believer in the power of a positive attitude. I do think that your attitude definitely helps in any situation in life. Obviously, you can't control everything, and sometimes it's okay to be upset about things, but I do believe that just doing the best you can and having a good attitude and trying to be positive and not let experiences happen to you and letting things happen but not being the victim always. I feel like there's a lot of power in that, and I do believe that. That doesn't mean that sometimes things happen that get us down or just is upsetting. And so that's kind of something that happened this week. I was diagnosed with MS almost 4 years, so 3.5 years ago. Yeah, 3.5 years ago. And really, truly, I feel very blessed so far. Things have been very mild for me, and I know that that's not the case for everyone, and I know that some people are suffering so horribly, and I know also that things can quickly change for me. And so that's kind of where I'm going with this. So I watched a documentary this week, and I've actually heard several things about this documentary and this person, and I've heard really good things about it. And so I decided, my aunt actually called me and had gone and seen this documentary at a film festival, and she wanted, she sent it to me and said, hey, why don't you should check this out, it's pretty good. And obviously, like, having an open mind about everything. Anyway, so it's the documentary is called Living Proof, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it. It's on Amazon Prime if you have it. It was super interesting, and his name, Matt, I'm trying to remember his last name, Matt Embry. So Matt Embry, I've heard of him. I've seen a couple of posts on YouTube from other people about him, and he has a really positive attitude, and he's lived with MS for the last 20 years, and his whole approach, his dad did a lot of research, and has a very strict diet, and he is not on medication, and that's kind of the gist of it. But throughout the documentary, you see a lot of people who they're interviewing and who are at different stages of this disease. And it was really hard for me to watch. I really had a hard time because I just had one of those moments where it hit me so hard that I have that same disease. I have that. And that I know that my future could look like that. I don't know what my future is going to look like, and hopefully it won't. But I mean, people can barely walk and talk, and there was a man who pretty much is paralyzed from the neck down, and I know that there's a million different symptoms that people can have, and it's different for everyone. But it hits you hard when you see people who have the same disease as you, and knowing that that could be me one day. And so I just, and then I just felt very overwhelmed with everything because, you know, you just don't know what the right thing to do is. You don't know, you know, you really just are trusting a doctor to tell you, okay, this is what medicine you need to take, this is what you need to do. And that's something I've learned so much as this process I've gone through this process, that really you are your best advocate in as far as your health goes. And you really, it's up to you to research and to decide what the best avenue for your health is. And it might be different for me than it is for the next person. And anyway, it's left me with a lot to think about. I am on medication, and I don't know, it's hard to know, like, is this really the best thing for me? I do try and eat a fairly healthy diet, and I try to stay healthy in that regards, and I do think that plays a significant role in this. But sometimes it's a lot. It's a lot to think about, to deal with. And I just kind of had this little breakdown this week, and I didn't even realize I was feeling these feelings until one night I just was like crying and upset, and thankfully I have an amazing support person, and Brandon, my husband, and he talked it out with me, and my biggest fear is I don't want my kids to grow up with a sick parent. I don't want them to worry about that. I don't want to be a burden on them. And obviously, you know, I can't control what happens, but I don't want that to happen. And I can't control it if it does. And it sucks. Anyway, so this documentary, I suggest, I would definitely recommend it. It was a lot of really good information, and there's a lot of things, you know, with the pharmaceutical companies, and that, it's expensive, the amount, I don't know. I don't really want to get into all that, but I was just feeling very overwhelmed this week with it, and doing much better now, honestly, just talking it out and getting those feelings out. But it's the first time in those 3.5 years that I really just kind of had a breakdown about it all, and it was a lot, and it's a big deal. This is a big, ugly disease, and it kind of just really smacked me in the face this week that, yes, I do have this disease, and things can get really bad one day. And I hope and pray that doesn't happen, and I want to do everything that I can to prevent that, but at the same time, I am very aware that things could change, and I might not have any control over that. And ultimately, I think I just have to, you know, do the best I can and make the best decisions for myself, and do what I think's best for myself. But it has left me just with a lot to think about. And anyway, so I go, like I said, in my past videos, I do go in May to get some more scans done, and we'll see what the disease shows. A big thought that I've had in regards to continuing to take medicine or not is that, honestly, I don't have any really negative side effects from taking the medicine. I feel fine. I don't feel like I have any. I know, you know, that some people really have a hard time with different medications, and so where I do feel fine taking the medicine, I don't have any negative side effects. I feel like maybe then I can keep taking it and eat the right way in combination. I think there's a balance of both. I think that you can, you know, there is a place for modern medicine, and I think there's a big part of the natural, just taking care of yourself and eating the right things. Having said that, I think there's a lot more that can be done in regards to the research, and, you know, I don't know. There's a lot going on in my mind. But I just wanted to get on here, and I think this is I have a good community to reach. Anytime I post a video on MS, I do have a lot of people who comment, and I appreciate every single one of your comments. And so if any of you guys have any thoughts on any of this, I'd love to connect with you and talk to you about it. Anyway, you can You can DM me on Instagram. I've linked my Instagram account. You can comment in the comment section. Anyway, but that's just kind of something that I've been dealing with this week. I'm doing much better. I feel a lot more at peace with everything. But it was a kind of a rough week in those regards, and I think that's perfectly normal with any time, with, you know, any life situation or disease or big hurdle that you have in your life. And this is very much a big part of my life, and I like to not really focus on that and just try and live my life to, you know, to the fullest and not let this dictate my life. But at the same token, I am aware that this is a big part of my life. So anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video, and I'll stop rambling now. But thank you all for your love and your support and your kindness. I am very touched by all the kind comments that I've received, and I have really thoroughly enjoyed getting to know new people as I've done this process. And honestly, just keep trudging along and doing the best that we can do. But thanks for listening. I just felt like I needed to share my thoughts and feelings of where I'm at with things, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, you guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I'm posting videos 3 days a week now, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I have a lot of different content that I put out. But MS is a big part of who I am, and so I do occasionally post videos on multiple sclerosis and different things that I am going through or finding out about. Anyway, thanks, you guys. Have a good day.